Hi, I'm Chris here from OnPage1 Media. Thanks for being on board today, and Scott here.
How you going, guys? Got another great video today. A lot of feedback over the last few videos, but today we're going to talk about leveraging your site analytics. Just explain a wee bit about what that is, Andreas.
Well, analytics is a fantastic tool. It's actually a free tool that Google provides, and you can install that on your website, and if you've got it installed, you can then look at behavior that visitors to your website, where they come from, and we'll talk a little bit about that, but you can basically see kind of secret stuff that you can only see by having Google Analytics installed.
And to be fair, a lot of like web designers don't like putting this sort of stuff on a client site because they don't like the client to see how badly the website's performing. Or if they do put it on their site, it's like this Rubik's Cube. How many actually do you know how to do this Rubik's Cube? You know, not many people. And when it's the same with the analytics, not many people actually know what the analytics is about, and no one actually explains the analytics to you. But it's just like most of you probably don't know how to make money from your website. Well, we do. So we're going to sit down right now and explain some of the key things and key actions you should be looking for on your site analytics. So Google Analytics, you mentioned that. If they haven't got it, where can they get it?
Well, you basically get it from Google. You go to the, you type in Google Analytics, and there are instructions on how to set it up, how to install it on your website. You might have to get your web designer to install a certain bit of code on your website. But in the end, what you will have is basically like a measuring stick. You know, it's like this ruler. Someone asked me, how long is this piece of paper? It's pretty difficult to judge, you know, saying, yeah, well, I'm guessing it's this long. But if I've got a ruler, I can tell you exactly how long it is, you know, and once I know, things become a little bit clearer and easier. So, you know, on the web, it's your ruler. It figures out, it helps you to test and measure what works and what doesn't work.
So one of the key segments you want to look at when you've got analytics on your web page is the visitors between new visitors and returning visitors, because you want to discover what's bringing them in. And you know, a lot of times you want to find out what pages are sucking people into your circle of influence, and you can do that by having analytics. You might find that your About Us page is getting the most hits because people are trying to find out whether they like and trust you. It could be your testimonials page, it could be your products page, but unless you know what pages are actually bringing people into your circle of influence, it's really hard to make a real business decision. And this is a good thing about Google Analytics. It allows you to make business decisions, you know.
Yeah, even if you at times know that something doesn't work, that's actually quite good to know, because you can then go and say, okay, that thing simply doesn't work and I need to move away from that. Do maybe the exact opposite of that, maybe an offer that you have or a video that you have and no one clicks on that video. How useful is that? You can see people come to the website, they don't click on the video. Basically, the message that comes across there isn't powerful enough, and you can then make very clever decisions.
And you can tell that from your bounce rate. And simply what a bounce rate is, when someone comes in on your site, they're leaving on the same page because they're obviously not liking that page. You know, I saw a client the other day, well, not a client, a potential client, and their bounce rate was 85% on their front page. So that says to me, you've got to make big changes quickly. Sadly, they'd done that for probably a year. They'd left their main site at 85%. So what was happening is basically people are just leaving them straight away, and they're spending money doing stuff and advertising their business with their website on it, and 85% of the visitors there are leaving, and they're leaving actually, they were leaving quite, or they were only, the ones that were there were only staying for around 40 seconds.
Yes.
So not a very good site things at all. So people were bailing.
Yeah, and if you, for example, say now you have a video on your homepage, and that video is a minute long, and people only stay for 40 seconds, that tells you the average person is definitely not seeing the video, right? And you're missing something critical. You know, the whole objective of the website isn't met.
Yeah. And so that's a really good part that analytics can tell you. Then you've got people that are returning to your site. What content are they returning on? You know, what are they actually watching? What are they, and why are they watching that again and again and again? You know, we have not just Google Analytics, but we have actually analytics for email as well, and we can tell how many people are watching these videos. We know whether you've watched it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. It is actually quite interesting, and the people that are watching the content more, are engaging with us more, are contacting us more because they're interested in what we're talking to them. So analytics is a beautiful thing that can give you those insights. So it really is popular.
I think the next one that I think is really important, and this is what most people that do web marketing, internet marketing, don't really understand, is sort of giving you an insight on the keywords. You know, a keyword is basically, what is someone typing into Google when they search for your kind of services? So if you say now you have a restaurant, they might be searching for meals Riccarton, or they might be looking for cheap food, or whatever that is. You need to know, because if you can then optimize your site for that keyword, you have a massive advantage towards the guy over the guy that basically just tries and have a generic site. You know, you then have a very specific site, and in analytics you can see that exactly. You can see for so many people have searched for that keyword, so many people have searched for that keyword, and just knowing that is gold. Because
well, knowing that and then starting to ask some questions around those keywords as well. It's just good. It's good to know those. But what are they actually looking for? Why are they typing in that information? You know, when someone types something into Google, they are task oriented. Okay, so they have the conversation running in their head. They're task oriented. They're on task. They're searching for something. You know. So when we look at there's two key actions that I want you to take, or we want you to take from this video. And the number one is, if you've got Google Analytics installed, we want you to look at your keyword report, okay, and show what inquiries brought customers to your site, and look at each phrase that brings people to your site, and look at them in two areas, like returning visitors and single visitors, okay, and look at them and ask the question, what are these people actually looking for? When someone types some information into Google, they are task oriented, okay. So they are actively searching, typing in, and are on a task to find out some information. So what does it actually tell you about your visitor? Look at those keywords and see what they are, and really go a wee bit deeper than you are now when it comes to your analytics, because that information will actually give you some really good insights into what they were thinking. Any more?
Well, I think, to be honest, Scott, I think people need to go back a step and even look at the analytics, because the majority of people that we talk don't even know if they've got it installed, and if they have it installed, they haven't looked at it, they don't know what to look at. I would say it is probably quite challenging doing that at first, and you should perhaps consider getting in touch with someone that knows, maybe contact us if you like, and we'll spend a bit of time with you and give you an idea on your website and saying, okay, here, this is what we see. These are facts. This is not just pulled out of a hat. And what you're actually seeing, because it is a bit of a skill. We're talking here, you should do this and do that. I think many people don't really know how to do that. And I think the fact that once you get used to that, you later on become better at it, and you can analyze it. Because in the end, you're probably skilled in doing your thing really well, and this kind of stuff might not be of such hot interest to you.
We definitely find that when we do people's audits. We find information that people think their website's doing a great job from keywords, etc., and we just pretty much find out straight away it's not. And they've probably been told that it is being, but you can pretty much plainly see, and when you see it in black and white with analytics, it really does show that your website's probably not performing.
And
the other thing you need to really look at, though, and like this is pretty easy stuff you can do, is look at the site referring. Okay, so look at the sites that are referring to your website. So, and one key one for us is Facebook. So we're actively on Facebook and we're doing stuff. But we can also tell from our analytics that our videos and our information that we put online about Facebook is actually gets a lot of people interested. More people comment on the Facebook video than any other video. More people search on our website for the Facebook information than any other website. More leads come from the Facebook video and the Facebook page than any other part on our website. So that shows us that people are interested in that information, and you need to do a bit the same with your website. You could find that people are coming from Yellow, to your website, or they're coming from Finder, or they're coming from these different directories. And that gives you a level of information that can really advance what you're going to do next. And it's just simple stuff that you may not have thought about, that can really help you understand who you're doing business with when it comes online.
I think understanding the internet and knowing how to proceed is probably, from a marketing perspective, one of the most important things that you get more and more into, because it is the biggest growth medium out there. There is nothing that will beat that, and if you avoid that, someone will overtake you, isn't it?
Yeah, and really the analytics, they're there for you to use them. There's tools there for you to leverage, and like at the end of the day, just like I've done this cube now that most people don't even know how to do, you know, you might not be able to understand it at the start, but with us explaining it to you, like we do videos for our clients. How good is that? Like we video for our clients through analytics every month, and our clients love it because we can explain stuff to them in plain English, you know. This information, when you first see it, it's like going to your accountant. You look at these things and you just go, I don't understand any of that. But once someone explains it to you again and again and again, you then start to find jewels within inside your business. And this is what analytics can do for your business. And really, if you haven't got it installed, install it. If you have got it installed, please look at it. And if you don't understand it, give us a call and we'll have a look at it for you, and we'll give you some answers and some clarity around what's actually happening on your website.
That's it for the month.
Cheers.
Well, for the couple of weeks actually, and talk to you soon.
Awesome. Have a great day.